Good day, dear readers, viewers, watchers, and listeners. I pray all is well out there. We're going to continue as we're coming upon the conclusion of the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Let us continue. Let us resume play. Not only are we at nearing the conclusion of the book, we're also obviously nearing the conclusion of this chapter. St. John the Baptist, a man of the desert. So again, let us resume play. Let us continue. And let us begin. Two days later, Victor was brought to the chamber dedicated to the Senate meetings. Chairman of the Senate addressed him. Victor, do you want to tell anything at all to this forum? Sirs, if you consider me a bandit, then sentence me as one. Though I know that I did nothing to harm my empire. Members of the forum were saying the same thing over and over again. You have humiliated our faith by preaching about your God, though it is all rubbish and nonsense. No, sirs, it is foolish to worship idols, for they are made of metal and cannot think. The Almighty and his prophets, though, can think, and we can talk to them, and they can lift the veil on truth. Aren't you ill by any chance? Dear sirs, I'm perfectly healthy. You, on the other hand, as well as the whole society, are definitely ill. Stop. I'm not going to allow you to insult this very forum. Take him down to the basement. Devarius thought, that's it. Victor is as good as dead. Dear sirs, I want to hear your opinion about him. Everyone yelled, "Death to him! Death! Let's hang him tomorrow in the Senate Square for everyone to see." Devarius stood up and left the chamber. Victor, why are you behaving like this? You have lived a normal life because you can believe in whatever or whoever you want at heart. I'll be terrified to watch your execution tomorrow. I'm going to ask all the idols to help you. The basement doors opened and Victor had wine and food brought to him. One of the soldiers laughed. Here, God, your last meal. Enjoy it while you can. Victor thought, you're such a fool. He drank some wine and he went to sleep. Victor, you'll be with me tomorrow. I'm very surprised by your decision, and I'm very glad for you, for you're a true human being and a true believer. Here, in my kingdom, everything shall be different for you, and you'll be rewarded by me. Some kind of light appeared in front of Victor, and he felt good. Victor woke up, and there he was, alone again, with the darkness all around him. He felt so bad inside that he wanted to scream. He remembered all his friends, his parents. What a strange dream it was. It looked like someone was talking to me, but who could that be? Was it that the truth itself visited me? Whatever it was, tomorrow shall be my last day here on earth. I shall never see the sun or these night stars ever again. Everything shall be as it is, except for me. I don't want to die, but no one can do anything to change it right now. The most important thing for me shall be to endure everything tomorrow and try not to cry. Light rain was falling the whole morning. Devarius thought, how unfortunate, but I have to go there anyway. This is going to be tough to endure, but the death of a friend is always a tough thing. Devarius was walking along without noticing anyone. Then he arrived at the Senate Square, and he saw a gallows there. He stopped and looked at it. Are we really animals at heart? Who came up with this contraption? We and only we create and build these things. Devarius didn't want to enter the palace, for it reminded him of a damp basement full of rats running here and forth. I'd rather soak than enter that building. People started gathering in the square, and then there was a huge crowd. Everyone wanted to see the execution. One could see their wish to see death written all over their faces. Then the members of the High Council entered the square. The chairman said, "Dear sirs, you're about to witness the just and fair execution of the non-believer. He violated the laws of our faith." Devarius came closer. Soldiers brought Victor out of the basement. He looked around and up at the sky. It thundered. Victor thought, "This is it, my lord. This is it. This is the end." Farewell, everyone. His parents were brought to him. His mother kneeled before him. "My dear child, please, ask them for forgiveness. Please ask them." "My dear mother, I shall never bow to this scum like them. No need to mourn for me. Don't mourn over me, for I shall be all right. I can feel it. Stand up, mother. Let me hug you and say goodbye to you." There was a loud wail in the square. All the women were crying. Then a chariot drove up to the gallows. "My time is up, Mom. My time is up." Victor climbed up to the chariot and looked at everyone. God, please accept me into your abode. The noose was already around his neck. One of the soldiers thrashed the horse, and Victor's body was starting to convulse violently. Alexander came up to Devarius. Devarius, watch what's going to happen next. He threw a huge rock in the direction of the members of the Senate and hit someone in the head. Someone shouted at a brawl was on. People started to punch each other without any reason. Soldiers stepped in to break them apart, and the brawl quickly turned into a massacre. Devarius, let's get out of here. This a bloody massacre is in the making, and we don't need that. They managed to get out of there without engaging with the enraged crowd and started to watch from the side. Alexander, where is Constantine? Oh, Lord, he is there in the crowd. Dear Lord, what are we going to do? All we can do is wait for them to calm down. No one knew how long the massacre was going to go on. Soon, everyone started to run away from the square. Several people were lying dead in the aftermath. God, where is Constantine? Look, Devarius, he's there. He's lying over there. They came closer to him and saw that his head was covered in blood. Constantine, are you alive? Yes, I am. Though my head is buzzing. I'm going to remember that pile of a man for a very long time. Get up then and let us go to my place before this brawl starts over again. What about Victor's body? His parents shall take care of that. Let's go and get out of here. Let's leave this bloody evidence of human injustice. They left and got home very fast. Let this be a lesson to you, my friends. Do not preach about prophets, and you shall be all right. Once the time comes to talk about them out loud, only then you can tell anyone about your encounters with the prophets. Devarius, we're starting to think that you believe in them too, right now. They wouldn't hand Victor for nothing. I get that without your moral teachings, and I also start getting afraid for you youngsters can screw up big time. I guess you're right. Please, give us some wine. I need a long time to recover from the punch from that guy. Constantine, you should thank that big fellow. Otherwise, I'd have punched you myself. I get it now. You appreciate wine more than us. All right, let's go down to the wine cellar. That's a great idea. Just remember, we're not going to be there long. We need to go back to the square later. What for? We need to be sure that Victor's body is not hanging on the gallows and inquire about his burial. All right, let's go, but only after dusk. It's raining, so it's not like the sun is sunny outside. Nevertheless, we shall go with the dark. They waited for the dusk in the wine cellar. Friends, we have to go. Let's go, Devarius. We're indebted to Victor. They saw nobody at the gallows when they were there. When they got there, they said, let's visit his house. No, Devarius, we're not going there. We can go there alone, though. Well, we're too scared to look at all of this death-related stuff. Well, as you wish, I'm going to go. Well, all right. We're going to wait for you at your house then. He left. He's entering now into Victor's house. He heard wailing. Help us, Devarius. Devarius, help us. What can I do? The local authorities forbid us from burying Victor's body within the city limits. They said that we should throw his body for the animals to feed on. No, we shall not obey that decision, and we shall bury Victor's body near the banks of the river Tiber. There's one good spot that I know of, and we'll bury and bring his body over there tomorrow. Thank you. Tomorrow, and I and my friend shall be here to help you with the burial. The evening of the next day, they put Victor's body on a wagon and went to the river, one by one. Here you shall find your peace, my friend. This shall be known, this place, only to us, your friends and your parents. Friends, we need to go now and leave Victor's parents to mourn. We need to leave in order not to draw any attention. The time was when Devarius lost his first friend. He was hurt, but he could do nothing to change it. Betha Barbara. Having returned to the settlement, John decided to visit Asa's temple and preach there. Forgive me, Asa. I shall wash away your blood with the truth of our Lord. Please do not judge me because I'm doing this for my faith. Let people listen and choose for themselves whatever they consider is important and necessary. Adzim. Yes, teacher? Adzim, consider this your own temple, and here you shall be preaching in the name of our God Almighty. Thank you, teacher. You can start ministering as of tomorrow. Elishua, I want to ask you to hire several strong men for his protection. I don't want anything to happen to you. All right, teacher. I know some people like that. That's great. I need to visit Shiloh. Teacher. No, Elishua. I'm going there alone and intend to spend 4 days there. I need to talk to one wise man that's there. Will you at least take a mule? No, it's nothing. They are nothing. Nothing but trouble, the mules. I'd rather you take me to the other shore. Do you want to go there right now? Yes, I need to hurry for I want to find him alive. Elishua rowed John across the river. Good luck, teacher. Good luck. Don't worry. I'll be back soon. Soon he arrived at a small settlement called Silo. It was so small that it only had 4 streets, just 4 in it. John found Achaea's house without any problems. Achaea was a very old man. He rarely left his house and spent most of his days living on a camel's hide, waiting to die. Akia, may I come in? Who's there? Come in. Peace be with you. Peace be with you too, my dear friend. My good man, what has brought you to me? Akia, my name is John, and I'm the late Zachariah's son. Oh, sit down, my child. I knew your father very well. He was a true prophet. So, what has brought you here to me? You see, Akia, my father told me at his deathbed, John, if your soul ever feels like there is an obstacle in your way, then go and find a seer called Aches in Silo. That moment has come. There's an obstacle in my way and I need your advice. John, I'm too old to give advice to anyone, though I'll try and help you, for the soul is a part of God. So I'll try to help. I'd like you to predict my future. My son, aren't you afraid to know your future? No, I am not afraid of that, for I've seen a lot of grief in my lifetime. I don't want that anymore in my future. John, I can see that you saw not only grief, but the kingdom of God too. No, I never met him. Akia, but how did you... John, have you forgotten already who you're talking to? I'm sorry, Akia. Please, tell me, whom or what should I avoid in the future? I can definitely tell you two women and a sword. These things have already started to work against you. I can't tell you, though, about the timing. Even if everything I predict happens, then that shall only mean that God needs you up there more than down here. Yes, Akia, I can see that your predictions are of very much gloom in nature indeed. John, there's no need to be afraid. You can live the way you live right now, for you are a child of God. Everything is as it should be. Bring me that cup filled with water. John brought Akia his cup. Now, John, gather yourself and focus. Look at the water. Look closely and remember everything that you see. While looking at the water in the cup, John started to see some strange things. These visions were very long and intense. Then water lit up in a bright flash. What is that, Akia? John, This is the scariest thing you've ever seen. This flash is the birth of the second sun. The sun shall be created by people. Yes, a lot of fierce wars and a lot of lives have been lost. John, you saw the fight between good and evil. This fight shall be happening for a very long time. You alone cannot change anything, for no one knows the source of human hard-headedness yet. Violence and cruelty reign everywhere these days. Many people shall be executed just for their faith in God. Many will suffer a great deal before ascending to his kingdom. Akia, I want to know more. I want to know what's going to happen after that flash. Well, watch away. The flash started to fade. Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, Akia, look, the whole earth is covered in snow and ash. Yes, this is the future. A few people shall live to see it. They shall be the ones to revive the earth. John closed his eyes. Akia, I'm scared. Calm down. I think you should stay at my place tonight, and I'll try to show you something else, something even more interesting than this. Akia, I'm not going to leave you till you show me everything. I think that good shall prevail over evil in the end. Anyway, you can count on it, John. There will come that time when good shall triumph. God shall have mercy on humankind at every moment. Akia, please tell me, how are they doing this? Akia smiled and said, John, you need to learn to control your thoughts and feel them inside of you, for they connect us to God. He performs miracles through us like that. You see those thoughts reflecting in that water? These thoughts reflect the workings of the world invisible to us. All the people are connected through the power of God. But how can one explain these visions of the future? John, only people think of time as having future and past. The universe doesn't operate in terms like those. We still are not capable of understanding the complexity of it all. Akia, what else can you do? John, I'm very old now, and I've lost a lot of my skills from what your father would remember. Nevertheless, who taught you all of this? You know who? Our heavenly brothers. Those that usually descend upon earth. Descend using what? Fiery chariots, of course. Of course, fiery chariots, John. They taught me how to use my own sources of power and energy. Believe me, birds learn how to fly at first, too. John, how can I teach anything someone who can already fly on its own? You have your own disciples now, and you're teaching them nowadays. This miracle of yours is far more interesting than mine. I'd like to look at that reflection once again. John, light up several candles and put them down near the cup. First, start looking at the flames of those candles. Once you see the whole room lit up, and then look at the reflection in the water right away. John focused on the flame of the candle. Soon, the room started to become a brighter space. The light was devouring the darkness. John looked at the water and saw the cheerful faces of people there. People were laughing and rejoicing at something. There was a lot of greenery. Some kind and beautiful animals were walking around people. The cup itself was emitting some sort of bliss. John forgot about everything around him. He couldn't stop staring at those people. Images were changing one into the other, and he saw more and more and more new faces. He saw beautiful seas and high mountains as well, and some strange birds flying in the sky. John even thought that he was there with them at some point. Akio was watching John and was experiencing a lot of joy, for he saw God's hope in John. The candle started to fade and the room became slowly dark again. John woke up from a long dream. Tell me, Akio, am I still alive? Yes, you are. You'll feel like yourself in a moment. I don't want to leave that blissful place. John, that was not the real place, but only a mirage. The real bliss is up there in heaven. Akio, thank you very much. You have literally lifted me to the heavens using only your thoughts. John, promise me to visit me sometime again. I live alone and don't want to die without anyone taking care of my body. Once I ascend to the kingdom of heaven, you'll feel it. You'd know. All right, Akil. Be it your way. I'll do everything you ask. Now, rest, child of God. I can see that you are very tired. Yes, Akil, I'm exhausted. I'd like to have some rest with your permission. Akil, I can feel that you are very hungry. I have some food. Please eat some. Thank you. I'm not going to say no to that, for I really am rather very hungry. John fell asleep. Akil looked at him and he thought, John, dear John, I can feel that you're going to join your father very soon. And I can't change that. Rest. For now, you'll have a lot to do before that moment. You'll have to heal a lot of human souls. Akil left the house without making any noise. One could see the full moon up in the sky. Dear Lord, soon I'll be very close to the moon and the other stars too. He heard some wild animals howling near the settlement. Akil thought, I think that animal feels that strong wind and rain are coming. Having entered the house, he lit up a candle and started murmuring something standing over it. Then Akil, he went to sleep too. Dear readers, we will pause and stop there. We will resume play yet another day, another time, in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Thank you, dear readers, viewers, watchers, and listeners, for the privilege of your time. Much appreciated. And until next time, please take care. Do take care of yourselves. And please, if possible, take care of one another. Thank you. And God bless. In Jesus' name.